Hello and welcome to this video. Today I just wanted to show you a quick little tactic. It's called the Windmill tactic, and I had it here in this game. I was playing a Blitz 5-minute game online and we had a Sicilian. I'll just quickly go through the game and we'll get to the tactic at the end. So we had a closed Sicilian. I played d6 here. This was a decision I wasn't quite sure about, but I just wanted to keep control of e5. It's developing. I thought at some point my opponent should be playing queen e1 to h4, although maybe this kind of attack's just something you see online and it's not really objectively that good. I don't know, but it seems like something that could be played here. Anyway, my opponent played it slightly slower, playing h3. I was expecting g4. We never got g4, but instead a whole bunch of shuffling with the knights. I was just putting my piece, hopefully my pieces in good spaces, good squares, and I just tried to get an advantage on the queen side here. I gained some space, and I'm looking to play, c4, maybe c3, or just trying to get a passed pawn hopefully on this side of the board and make my presence felt over here. But at least I have some space and I've got something to work with. I have a weak d5 square that I can be making use of, and it eyes a knight on d5 eyes these two squares, and that's pretty useful. So let's see, getting on with things. My opponent is just shuffling the knights, not really achieving too much, I don't think. Knight a5 maybe slightly questionable, but I just wanted to have more protection over c4 because I thought my opponent could take c4 last turn. It could have been a bit dodgy if he did though, seeing as I would have got a passed pawn, and maybe there were ideas of a discovered attack with my queen and maybe taking on e5. Okay, so my opponent's getting on with his kingside attack now. So bishop to c5 is just somewhere convenient to put the bishop, I think. And I think my opponent loses a move there. Didn't want to play the bishop there after all. But sometimes it's better to admit that you've made a mistake in a position than to try and live with it, just going back. G6, it invites this check. I don't think it's such a weakening move since I've got some pieces that can come back and defend if they need to. And my opponent's, a few of my opponent's pieces, they're not really attacking right now, so I think I've done a good job on the queen side to stave off the attack. Okay, so king g7, things look a little bit dodgy. It's funny how these knights look. I think they're not really attacking too many, they're not really attacking so much, they're just kind of placed near my king. It's hard for them to really give useful checks, I think. So I take on e5. I think I'm a lot better here, and the reason why I'm a lot better, I think, is because my opponent tries to go for this tactic and it doesn't work. And since this tactic doesn't work here, what my opponent tries to do is take on d5. Since you can't be taking on d5, I think it's hard to see what else white's going to do here. Maybe just moving the queen away to a square is better here. You want to defend this bishop because I'm attacking it right now. So what else is there to do apart from queen g4? But if you play queen g4, maybe I'm playing knight to e3. It still remains quite complicated, but I think I have something in this position. Anyway, my opponent tries to take on d5, and after I take the queen and he takes my queen, he's momentarily up a minor piece, but this doesn't last too long because in this position here I saw that he couldn't take the queen after I take his queen, because we have this tactic. I take on g2 with check, his king only has one square, and I start scooping up all of his pieces just by shuffling my rook back and forth. When my rook moves away, there's always a bishop check, and when my rook's there, it's giving check, and it's supported by the bishop. And this particular tactic, when I take on g2 here, this has a name. It's called the windmill tactic. I'm not sure exactly why it's called the windmill tactic, but something about your rooks going round and around, scooping up all of the pieces that are on the same file and the same row. And it happens whenever you say fianchetto your bishop, or get your bishop on this long diagonal, and you eventually get a rook down to the 7th rank. These kind of ideas are always present, so this is a reason why you would want to get your rooks onto the 7th rank, and this is one of the reasons why, or one of the ways in which they can coordinate themselves really well with the bishop. So once we get this tactic going, I win back my bishop, or win back my minor piece. I think it was a bishop. No, it was a knight. I was missing a knight. I win back my minor piece, and I get extra. So once the king moves, I'm going to give another check. The king will move back. I'll take the bishop, move back. Maybe I'll take the rook as well afterwards and scoop up a knight. Everything's just looking fantastic here for the black side. So a tactic to be aware of, the windmill. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.